Yo, what is up, everybody? Next to Bo's Ultimate, back at again with another video, and man, as you can see by the title of this video, damn, just damn, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, um, movie review. So, this one's gonna be different. I'm gonna talk about it. There really wasn't too much of a movie theater experience because my mom and I saw it at like 8:20 at night in 3D. So those two things I will tell you right now don't mix well together. Late night movie and then seeing in 3D. No. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna start talking about it. So first off, I just want to say, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. This movie was supposed to be dedicated to him. And it was supposed to be a celebration of not only the Black Panther, not only T'Challa, but as Chadwick Boseman being both T'Challa and Black Panther. So just want to point out there, rest in peace to him. And also, before I start off, like officially start off, rest in peace to Kevin Conroy. He voiced Batman / Bruce Wayne and Batman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond and a bunch of other stuff as well. He also voiced Batman and Flashpoint Paradox, so rest in peace to him. You were a great Batman. Anyways, without further ado, let me get started on this movie review. So, first up, water. It'll keep you hydrated. Anyways, first up, bear with me because, for one thing, this was just deeply emotional. I'm still on, like, my brain is still on, like, a good chunks of this. And it was also pretty late, and I will say, before I break down this movie, I'll just give you my thoughts on it real quick, and it was long. It's 161 minutes, so 2 hours and 41 minutes. While yes, that is long, it did seem dragged out. The part with, I forgot what his name was, but the white guy, so whatever his name is, yeah, by the way, spoiler alert to Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I saw it last night. So if you haven't watched it already, go ahead and watch it. Like, it's definitely a movie theater experience. It isn't a wait until it hits Disney Plus or Blu-ray or DVD. It's go to the movie theater and watch it. So there's that. Anyway, so just want to get that out there anyway. So I don't think should have been in it too much for the parts that he was in it. I'll get to the ending of, like, the final scene he was in. I don't think it was needed. I was even talking to my mom about it. Like, he just shouldn't have been needed in it. He should have been there, like, after the whole, I forgot what it's called, but I'm just gonna call it Atlantis. It's not Atlantis, it's, Talokan, I believe. It was Talokan. I'm assuming some part of Atlantis. Namor's tribe, basically, inside the Marvel Universe, is basically them going on and attacking the people on land. So, the guy should have been there, and he should have been, like, for one thing, just to mourn the loss of T'Challa, because he's a dear friend of his. Going back to the first Black Panther movie, so he should have been there for that. And not really for anything else. He just should have been there to mourn the loss, and then to be like, hey, what the hell was going on? I was getting calls saying that Wakandans were attacking, and I knew straight away once they said that something isn't right, because I know you guys better than that, or something like that. He should have been there to be like, hey, I'll help you if you need me. And then it just should have ended there. It should have been, hey, if you need help, just let me know and I'll help you. Well, yes, he did have Shuri's bracelet, but, like, I think that would have been a little bit good idea, just to have him have it, just be like, hey, what's going on? Be like, I don't know, I just found this there, I didn't even know it was, like, her bracelet. why later she'll be like, well, she got kidnapped. Just like, wait, what do you mean she got kidnapped? It's like, it was that whole thing. So, I don't know. I think they could have had him a better way to do it, not like with this whole X thing. Like, I don't know. It just wasn't smart. It, I don't know. It's just something about it. I don't know. It's just, I'm just gonna skip to the final scene of him now. It was where he was taken to custody for helping out Wakandas or whatever and being his friends or whatever. And I forgot what her name was, but I believe it's Ayo. That's at least how I know it. But Ayo, I believe, went on, put on a suit and saved him. But he knew who she was, so it could have been Nakia. Maybe, I'm not sure. Could have been Nakia, could have been Ayo. I'm not positive. I don't know who was wearing that suit. Because they said I think it was for like 3 different people throughout that film, so I got so fucking confused who was who. So there was that. Anyway, as you can see, this video was somewhat last minute, like it was, but it wasn't. It's just, I was just getting downstairs to get myself a glass of water, and I was like, oh shit, I still have to do my movie review on Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So, anyway, there was that. So, he went on, all of that stuff happened, and then he was like, oh, thank God, like, you're just here to save me because the cops got taken out because of a tree, whatever. I think it would have been cool instead for, like, as, like, the, not really the final scene of the movie, but the final scene before Shiri, and then this scene, they could have just switched the two out, but I get what they wanted to do. It's supposed to be an honor of Chadwick Boseman, so it was that. Anyway, so before Shiri, you could have had, instead of Ayo be like Doctor Doom, he come and save the guy, and it's like, who the hell are you? And he said, I'm Victor Von Doom. I am the ruler of Latveria, and I want to be #1, not Wakanda, or something like that. So, we could have had, like, Shiri, Black Panther, helping out the Fantastic Four in a way. In the Fantastic Four movie, I think that could have been pretty cool to see. See Shiri's Black Panther and Fantastic Four help out. Maybe Riri Williams, Ironheart. I'm not sure. Ironheart has her own series coming out, but that's here nor there. Anyway, that's probably gonna be the next thing I'll talk about. Ironheart. Ironheart was cool. I liked the suit that she was given. Like, the first one was pretty awesome. It's like the Ironheart Mark 1, and then you had Ironheart Mark 2, which she made for her, which I think Riri Williams also made. It was that. Maybe not. We could see a time difference between in between episodes of Ironheart. I'm not sure yet. Like, nothing so far has come out for Ironheart except for the fact that I don't even know when it's gonna come out. It could be coming out 2023. It could be coming out 2024. I have no idea. All I know is that it is a part of Phase 5 because holy shit, Phase 4 is over. Wakanda Forever was the final thing of Phase 4, so technically, I believe Phase 5 is going to be kicking off with the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. If not, then that's going to be the final thing in Phase 4. I'm not sure. All I know is that they said Wakanda Forever was going to be the final thing in Phase 4, and then you have the Holiday Special for Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a part of Phase 4. Which is a part of the MCU, not part of Phase 4. Anyway, so there's that. But other than that, Ironheart, she was great. Can't wait for a Disney Plus series. I'm just trying to get away from that stuff right now because with like Phase 4 and Phase 5 and whatever, until the time comes, because I do want to go on and I do want to talk about like the holiday special, like the day after it's done, whenever that may be. So there's that. I'm also gonna be making a 10-year anniversary special for the Shield. Anyway, it's I don't know, November. I have some ideas. It just, I don't know. It's just a lot of things have been coming up lately. Behind the scenes, behind YouTube. Anyway, so Ironheart, she was cool. I can't wait to see her in the Ironheart series. I can't wait to see what she's gonna be doing with Black Panther, with Shuri and whatnot. Because Shuri in this movie, oh my god, she was phenomenal. Um, just from beginning to end, like she stole the movie. It was fantastic. Um, like for the opening scene, it was her and she was like, "Hey, like what's going on with my brother? What's his heart rate? What's whatever?" And she was saying like DNA because they took a story of Chadwick Boseman's real life cancer and said that that's how he was gonna die. Inside the MCU. So there was that, that was nice. I liked how they didn't try to make him be in it, even if it was CGI. Um, or like she said, hey, I wanted to go see him. Um, and she saw him, and they basically just like brought someone in to play Chadwick, but just CGI'd his face on, and then made the other. Like, I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm honestly glad that they didn't do that. Um, I'm glad they went without a Shiri wanting to help him out, and then have a mom come in, the queen, and be like, "Hey, didn't make it," and then you had that whole thing with the funeral, that opening scene. Like, my mom was crying just in the first like 15-30 seconds of the film, not even. like the only movie that did that before Wakanda Forever was Up, and she's like, nah, nothing's gonna top this. Fucking topped it. I almost cried. I'll openly admit that I almost cried a few times during this movie. And once again, I think part of the reason why I didn't was because I was still somewhat too excited to see what was gonna go down. And also at the same time, it was pretty late at night, and I think my brain was somewhat too tired because throughout the movie, once again, while yes, it was long, my brain was still actively compatible to notice some things that was going on with it. So there was that, but it's one of those I kind of want to see it again in theater and like actually sit down and pay attention to it when I'm more actively awake than pretty late at night as well. So it's one of those things. Anyways, hold on one second. So I got this just kind of because I wanted to show you, because I don't normally show like souvenir stuff, but at the Regal Cinema you can get like little guys. I got M'Baku, the leader of the Jabari tribe. Like, I went back and I rewatched the first Black Panther before this one, and I realized I love M'Baku more now, especially after this film. Like, he's great. I thought he was gonna die for a split second. I was somewhat heartbroken. Like, I was. The reason why I say somewhat was because I thought he was gonna die and he didn't. Yeah, and other than that, Wakanda Forever. And then the little Black Panther. It's just the guys are different. He's the back of them. You had M'Baku, you had Shuri, but not in like the Black Panther formula, so I would have probably gotten that instead. Because Black Panther is my favorite superhero. Well, not favorite overall superhero. Favorite Marvel superhero. Him and Vision are tied at number one. Anyway, but I mean, even at that, though, Shuri did a phenomenal job as Black Panther. And I popped for some moments with her, like after she got the suit. I also popped for whenever she went to the throne and you had Eric Killmonger. Holy shit! I was surprised because that was a rumor going around that Killmonger was gonna be talking to him, whatever, and be like, that's why she got the inspiration for the gold on the suit. But I don't know. It was just rage and whatnot. So that storytelling, that was cool. So once again, I use the word storytelling. Whenever I'm watching a Marvel movie, 50% of my brain focuses it as a fan first time around, and then the next 50% of it will be focusing it as a story. And the more I'll watch it, the more I'll be like, okay, I love this. Like Spider-Man No Way Home, for example. That's my favorite movie. So, of course, this movie isn't as good as it, but it's still a great film. I do kind of like it more the more I think about it than Black Panther. I don't know if I'd put that below or above the Black Panther movie, but this was pretty good. Once again, I think once I re-see it again, like once I rewatch it, I'm gonna love it even more and think that it's gonna be equally as better or just a little bit better. Also depends on how my emotions are feeling on hitting me whenever I watch it again. And I sit down and I pay attention to it, which I did pay attention to it, but I was just kind of tired because it was really late at night and I was watching it in 3D, so those two things just don't mix well. So I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it again. It's just it depends on how I mentally feel and if I'm mentally able to deal with it. Anyway, next thing, I did expect more from Atuma. I don't know who the other blue chick was, but I did expect more from Atuma. But Atuma, he was still badass. Going up against Okoye. Okoye was fucking one of the fucking goats of this film. Her and Shiri, oh my god, they stole the movie basically. Like, they were just incredible together on screen, just absolutely phenomenal. And the chick who plays Okoye, for you Walking Dead fans out there, you probably know this. If not, the girl who plays Okoye is the chick who plays Michonne in The Walking Dead. I didn't know that until yesterday. Which, because my mom went, Michonne, and I'm like, huh? Because it was before the movie, it was a car commercial. I looked at him like, what do you mean Michonne? She's like, Michonne, she's like, it's Michonne. I'm like, I looked at the screen, I looked at her, and I thought about it, I'm like, wait, Michonne plays Okoye? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize without the hair. And then I'm like, gotta tell one or two things. The one put ball cap on. Number two, put a wig on. It could have been one or the other. But still, I didn't know that. So that was a little fun fact for me of the day. Ooh. Ooh, shit. That felt good. Anyway. Yeah, actually, my neck feels so much loose now. Anyway. Ooh, shouldn't have done that. Dizzy. Anyway. There's that. So she did great, and now once I'm watching The Walking Dead, I'm not going to be able to see her as anything else but Okoye, so I'm not surprised. H2O. Good shit. Anyway, so Baltimore Comic Con, it was like, I didn't get a drink there. I really didn't eat anything. I think I had like a few pieces of candy there and a bottle of water. I didn't pay shit for it. It's just because I know people. Shout out to the comics. Yeah, to Comics and Gaming. Because I just know them, I just went by their booth and just started talking to them, and I stole a few pieces of candy. And a bottle of water, which they were like, eat something. When did you eat? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like 12:30, and this was around 3 o'clock-ish, 4 o'clock. So that tells you how long I ate, which it's nothing new, but still there I was slightly hungry. Anyway, so, anyways, my friends who I went with, Ilgo's Grove, buddy of mine, like, just a good friend of mine. Anyway, that's a long story. Brought me with him, and then we were in line to meet Jim Lee, and then he looked me at a cup. He's like, go to H2O. I'm like, okay. He's like, want to hear something nuts? I'm like, yeah. He's like, it's $4 for a can of soda. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah. He's like, $4 for a can of soda. I just put the can inside the cup. After I was done with the soda, I just put water in it. He's like, I'm not gonna pay for extra dollars worth of water. I'm like, no, I can't blame you. So, sorry, that was a completely side note thing. also sweaty. Anyway, yeah, my Black Panther t-shirt on, because my boy, I got it back like before the first movie came out, so like in 2018, because I actually went to Target before I went to the movies with this. Um, so yeah. Anyway, um, there's that. So that was going on. Yeah. Anyway, so it was just the movie. It was great. Namor the Submariner. It was pretty good. I enjoyed him a lot, like a lot, because I'm glad they said that he was a mutant. I popped for that as well. I was like, yes, they finally said the word mutant, because of course we got X-Men, but now inside the movies for the people who don't watch Disney Plus shows, they said mutant. So I was excited. I was excited. Like very, very excited. Like it was great. So yeah, that was a big popping moment. Um, and he is the first ever Marvel mutant, and he's also the first ever Marvel villain throughout the comic books. The first ever Marvel comic book was Marvel Comics #1 back in 1939. Maybe August 1939. I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't know when Marvel officially debuted. Anyway, but he was the first ever villain, with the Human Torch being the first ever superhero, the original Human Torch, not the Johnny Storm Human Torch that we're used to in Fantastic Four. He's the second Human Torch. We're talking about a different Human Torch. I don't know what the real name of that Human Torch is, but I just know him as the original Human Torch. So that's a little fun fact for you there. Anyway, so I was super pumped to see Namor, even right before Chadwick died, and they announced that Namor was going to be the villain of this. I was like, dude, yes, absolutely, give me Namor all day. Like, I think I knew about him since like 2019. And that whole thing, it was great. Like Ryan Coogler, he specifically wanted Namor to not be inside the MCU until Wakanda Forever, and I think that he did justice on that. Um, there was that, like, I'm excited to see Namor again. I knew they couldn't kill him off. Like, she was fighting him like final battle, and she had like a spear to him, and then she had all these like flashbacks and whatever. And she's like, "Hey, she'll I'll make you a deal. If you yield, then our people help your people, and whatever." And then he's like, "I yield," and then she got him back to the water because he didn't have water, because Namor needs water to survive. Like, he could survive on air, but he can't do it for a long time without needing water. So he almost died. Which I was gonna be a lot like, this movie would have taken points away definitely if they killed him off, because I'm like, dude, you just can't kill off the first ever Marvel villain inside the movies. Like, that's unheard of, you know. Like, as a Marvel fan, I would have been PO'd very. Um, it's like Infinity War did this, but it's like saying you'll just to replace Tom Holland's Peter Parker, which will come eventually, but you're just gonna kill him off, like, right before his trilogy is done. Which his trilogy is done, but not his next trilogy with 4, 5, and 6, which could span out to, maybe 8, maybe 9. I'm trying to think, because as of right now, this saga, we are on phase 5, we're heading into phase 6. Anyway, but there's that. I have go watch my thing on the different ideas for Marvel after Endgame, if you had no hope for MCU after Endgame, because if anything, this movie proved that there was still hope, even if it didn't really connect to anything, because really the closest connections we got was the little, like, flashbacks with Chadwick Boseman, and being open to the world or whatever, and then on top of that, they name drop Thanos. If it wasn't for that, this movie wouldn't have really been connected with anything. Speaking of connections, there were rumors going around that Storm was going to be in the whatchamacallit, in the funeral scene. That's what it was, in the funeral scene. She wasn't, unfortunately, because in the comic books, Black Panther and Storm from the X-Men, yes, that Storm, there were rumors going around that that actress who plays Storm, played or plays, I'm not sure anymore, played, was going to be in this movie, and she wasn't for that scene, even if it was just like a, hey, close-up shot of her, or like a panther, and you saw her just like right there, but I don't think she would have been there for that. I think she would have at least had a moment for Shiri, and she was like, hey, who are you? She was like, hey, I'm Storm from the X-Men. I knew your brother. Him and I dated a few years back, but just ended up not going well because he had to do Wakanda, and I had to be with the X-Men, and we would have at least gotten that, that would have been pretty cool, but it's unfortunate we didn't get that. But at some point we will get an interaction between Shiri and Storm. I guarantee, even if it is that exact thing, which that would be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, to see Storm and Shiri interact and her name drop. Hey, I was dating him for a while, but that didn't go on. She's like, hey, then why didn't he mention you? And it's like, because we didn't want to mention, but at the same time, I don't think it will, because, multiverse is a thing now, so. Anyway, there's that. So, yeah, other than that, this movie was pretty good. I give it like, let's see, overall rating of the film. Like I said, I thought this movie was pretty cool. It was, I'm glad Namor lived. He's gonna be returning in Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty, because back in like the late 60s, early 70s, I believe, mid to late 60s to early 70s, he was a part of the Avengers. I could be wrong, but I believe he was, because I know he fought the Avengers in back-to-back issues because he had troubles with the Hulk, and the Hulk then decided to team up with Namor at some point, so it's this whole thing. So there's that. So don't be surprised if you're going to be seeing Namor team up with the Avengers in Kang Dynasty. And in Secret Wars, which will be the biggest film. It will even be bigger than Endgame. No doubt about it. But overall rating of the film... Oh. Fuck. One final thing about the film before I go on. I loved how they played out, like, how Shiri... Oh, yeah, so Queen Ramonda, that was her name. The queen died. Namor killed her. That's why Shiri wanted to go to the ancestral plane, even though she didn't believe in it. That's why she saw Killmonger, and Killmonger talked to her into wanting to kill him, and how she shouldn't be like a brother, and she should be more like him. So there was that, which I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, that part between him and her, not her mom dying. Anyway, so I love her throughout that film. She still want to get rid of Black Panther, and the more that she thought about him, the more she wanted to burn the world. Which you could see whenever she was talking to him. I thought they played this beautifully. It's just those little things, like whenever she got more angry at Eric Killmonger because she was talking about her brother and whatnot, the flame started to rise up, and it was this whole thing. I thought that was great. I thought that was really, really cool. So that was a little neat callback to saying that, but just throughout the film. And then at the final scene, she came in, she went to Nakia's, and then she burned whatever it was. And then she looked up and then she saw it go back to his flashbacks of her and Chadwick, and it was this whole thing. And I think it was like at the end of the movie where it went black, it was like in memory of Chadwick Boseman, and also the Chadwick Boseman Foundation. They were also helping in this movie as well. Of course they were. It was great. And then the post credit scene. Well, there's one post credit scene, more or less of a mid credit scene in this, and it was Shiri getting to meet T'Challa's son, who in Asian I forget what it is because that's his Asian name, but in Wakandan name his name's T'Challa, Prince T'Challa, son of King T'Challa. Damn, that hit me emotionally just by thinking about it and saying it. I thought that was great. I was excited, and then once he said that, like, my emotions hit me, but then at the same time, I was like, oh, no shit, he brought his son in. Because there were rumors that Nakia had his son, and that his son was going to be the next Black Panther to be able to wield the Infinity Gauntlet by the time Secret Wars came, which she wielding the Infinity Gauntlet by Secret Wars is on my Avengers Secret Wars bingo card. No doubt about it. Anyways, I strongly gave this movie a 9 out of 10. Like I said, it was just some moments here and there. It was heart-pounding. It did drag on for a little bit if you took this parts with whoever the guy was who was in the first film, and you made him there to, like, mourn Charles' death and to be like, hey, I'll help you guys if you need me, and just be like talking about this, and that would have been that. You really didn't need the other chick and that whole thing. Like that was that. Other than that, it was beautifully made. The choreography was great. The acting was amazing. Of course, it was like whenever they talked about T'Challa's death, it seemed like the actors were breaking characters and talking more or less about Chadwick Boseman. You know what I mean? It was like whenever Shiri said her brother, it's like she meant like the actress who plays her meant like, because I don't know half of these guys' names. Like I do, but I don't. Where it was like how Chadwick was more or less of a big brother to her in real life than it was in the movie. It just, everything felt real. That's why it was very emotional. It was very heart touching. It was very heartwarming. That's why it was that. So this movie definitely gets a 9 out of 10. And then plus the beginning of that, whenever you had like the Marvel Studios thing, it didn't play like do 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 da da da. Like it didn't have that shit. It was just silent. Nothing was done, and you just saw Chadwick Boseman and like coming through the thing at you, or do a thing at you. I guess like to me it would be like this, but to you guys it'd be like that. So the thing coming at you like that, and you have like all the different things. It's Chadwick Boseman and all the different stuff he did with Black Panther as Black Panther. And it was nothing, so it was very heart touching. So I definitely recommend you go see this movie. Like I said, my opinions might change on it. It's probably going to be better second time around once I'm more awake, and since I know what's going to be coming, so I can actually pay attention to it a little bit more. And because I knew about his death, because I think that was the way they played that out. That was playing through my mind, part of the movie. So I don't know. There's that. Whenever you get a chance, go make sure you do that. Because we're on phase 5, I'm announcing that at the end of the phases, I'm not going to be counting Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, unless that's part of phase 4, which I don't think it is. But I will be going on. I will be making a ranking video of every MCU movie with phase 4. Because I'm not going to go, oh yeah, this movie just came out, time to do another one. So it's not going to be that. And that will be, of course, with, I'm still trying to figure it out. I think I might make 2, one with the Disney Plus stuff, and then one, well, of course, it's going to be all Disney Plus, so just one with Marvel Studios made, and then one with, like, the multiverse and what connects to that, which is mainly like with the Spider-Man stuff, like Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and then Morbius and Venom to be Carnage. And then maybe Deadpool, because he's going to be part of the MCU. So if you want to count Deadpool part of that, then yeah, I'm probably going to be talking to some of my friends about that now. Anyway, I'm going to let this go. Make sure you guys leave a like on this video. Comment down below and let me know what your favorite, no. Let me know, I don't know, just comment. I don't care. It was just go see it. Just make sure you like, comment, whatever you want, and then subscribe to the channel to get more movie reviews. There will be a Marvel, maybe even 2 Marvel MCU ranking videos, so stay tuned for that. There'll be one at the end of every phase. Especially once we get down to the fall movie at phase 6. So it will change over time, drastically, absolutely. So I don't know. In phase 5, who fucking knows? The Thunderbolts could be the best movie out of phase 5. We don't know. We literally don't know. Like, my favorite movie could be from phase 5 and then phase 6 and sequels, but I don't know. I don't think anything's gonna be able to touch Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, this movie didn't, in my opinion. Because my top 3 movies are Spider-Man No Way Home, Avengers Endgame, and Avengers Infinity War in that order. So it's gonna be changing here and there. So just make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more, and make sure you go see it. Absolutely, don't wait out. It's a movie theater experience. Sit down and enjoy it in peace. It's also very emotional, so be prepared to cry. Thanks for watching. Bye.